Hello everyone, I'm Alex, and welcome back. Today I am on a balcony in Italy, which is a weird place to be posting on this channel after a couple months off. But I wanted to do like a small update thing, just to kind of tell you what's going on here, because I'm sure maybe you've noticed if you like the podcast that there hasn't been any. Kind of funny, because the last time I was on here I said we're going to be doing two a week, and that hasn't happened, and I wanted to explain it. But first of all, I wanted to address, the elephant in the room for some people on this channel, which is if you are a Patreon. I've been going through and refunding people for the last couple months, ever since kind of the videos basically stopped. So if you are a Patreon, don't worry. I'm going to go through and refund like the last couple months. So all of you guys will be getting your money back. I've already done about half of them. There's about like 20 left. So keep an eye out for that. But yeah, the next question kind of is why? Why am I doing that? What is going on? Well, I just didn't really know what I was doing on this channel. I haven't really had a clue at all. I haven't really been very up to date or, to be honest, on it. And there's many reasons for that. And I wanted to go into detail here. It's nothing sad. I don't have like a sad story. It's not like my dad was doing a podcast and he was hit by an aeroplane, and therefore I'm traumatized by podcasts now forever. It's nothing as crazy or as mental as that, and it's not really a sob story. It's more of a life lesson. I basically spent a lot of money on this podcast, way too much money. Originally, this show was started because Spotify offered me a job. They said, Alex, it's lockdown. We've got some money here for you. Do you want to do a podcast? And me, being somebody who at the time wasn't making any YouTube videos, felt completely lost, loved the idea of having a job, and also being able to work with a big company was very cool. And Spotify did a lot for me. They really helped support the show, and it meant an absolute lot to me. But I ended up taking all of the Spotify money, and I mean every single penny, and I put it straight into the podcast. I built a studio that cost me thousands of pounds. Don't feel sorry for me. I thought it was going to be a good idea at the time. I thought I was going to use it a lot. We did get loads of episodes done, but all of those episodes are permanently on Spotify, and they're not accessible on here, and I don't own them. Spotify own them. So I can't re-upload them. I can't take anything that we made and put it on YouTube. It's just all on there. It's gone forever. Which is weird because, people watched it, and I really appreciate the people who did, and I would run into people occasionally, but in terms of what it was like to make stuff on YouTube, I realised very quickly that putting my stuff on a paywall or on a different platform wasn't really for me, and the thing that I really missed was being a YouTuber. And I haven't really been too sure what to do in the last year of the podcast. I feel like, I've posted a lot of stuff that I'm very happy with, that I've greatly enjoyed doing, and I feel like you guys have really enjoyed a lot of the episodes that we've done on here. And I wouldn't want these to be tainted by this video, but I just personally haven't really felt like I've known what I'm doing until recently, which is why I'm making this update. Meanwhile, there's mopeds speeding past. I love Italy. It's great to be here. It's currently 40 degrees, by the way. I am dying out here. I'm recording this, and then I am going to get ice cream. But talking about the turbulation I've been through, just like the Italian weather, maybe I couldn't take the heat. I've basically struggled. I put a lot of pressure on myself to make this podcast something that just became a burden. I have just been chasing, kind of trying to just make as much money as possible, and I wanted to be honest about that, because I was really kind of upset and personally very disappointed about the fact that I had invested so much money into something and it just hadn't really worked. So I've taken time to work on my main channel, work on the second channel, and as you guys may know, I am posting more videos than ever right now. I post pretty much like every single day across my main channel and my second channel. I basically only miss like 2 or 3 days a week when it comes to uploading. But I'm going to be doing the podcast again. I've got a couple episodes lined up. I know the direction I want to take the show in. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what it is or be like, this is the plan. But I want to do this. I do want to do this. And I think after taking a couple months off, I've really kind of found something that I'd like to do. And I've been watching loads of other podcasts, and I've decided that I do have ideas, and there is stuff that I want to do on here. But I'm going to be closing down the Patreon, as I said, refunding everybody, and just doing it for fun, which is how it should be. You know, whether we record in the studio or not, it'd be great if we do. I'd love to make my money back on that investment and be able to go, yep, it definitely serves a purpose, and spending all of that money wasn't completely ridiculous. But if it's on Discord, or if it's me at home, or if it's me on a balcony in Italy, that's what it's going to be. Because that's the approach I've taken to the main channel and the second channel. I think I've chased perfection for so long, and I've tried to upgrade my stuff because I felt like I had to. I really did kind of feel pressured into it. You know, I've seen a lot of people like take their YouTube channels to places, and I thought I had to do that. And I've realised recently that that is not what the beauty of what my YouTube channel is. And I was actually speaking to another YouTuber the other day who goes by the name of Tom Syndicate, and Syndicate was like, if you're going to be vlogging, why are you not making it easy on yourself? Why don't you just do it on your iPhone? Because people basically just want to watch you. And he was so correct, right? Like, it's cool to have an expensive camera, it's cool to have a great production, and I want to be able to put on a great show. That's obviously the goal. I want every guest in the studio, I'd love that. But it's holding me back from actually just making the bloody thing. And that's silly. And when you set up so many things that you need to do in life, I think sometimes you put up so many barriers for yourself that you just stop doing stuff. And I've definitely been doing that. It's weird because I'm so happy now with the main channel and the second channel, and a year ago I was just like devastated. I genuinely had no idea what I was doing. I felt like shit, and I wasn't really confident in anything that I was making. But I really feel like after taking the last couple months off that I can now come back and give you the show that you want. I am on holiday at the moment, so it's not going to be instant. There's not going to be an episode coming out tomorrow. But when I'm back over the next couple of weeks, you'll get a Spotify podcast, an Apple podcast, a podcast that goes on all the podcast places, and the weekly YouTube episodes. I will try and pick out a day. I will try and make sure that you get a show every week that you actually deserve, and I will make sure that this channel doesn't die. Because I think some people think that I've quit the podcast. I haven't. I just really haven't been happy with it, in all honesty, and I don't want to make something where I'm sat there and I look bored and I look tired, or that it's not really the show that I feel like you guys deserve. I want it to be something where I at least look like I want to be there, and that's important to me. And I don't ever want to make any content where I look like I'm fucking bored out of my mind, because that just wouldn't be right. I do want to say, though, in this video, a massive thank you to everybody who has supported me through the last year and a half. I've spoke about it briefly, but it has been a hard period for me, and I'm very, very glad and also confused, to be honest, by the fact that everything is doing as well as it is now. I didn't think I'd be in this position 6 months ago, a year ago, and God, I'm thankful for it, which is why I want to make the content that you deserve, because I feel very lucky that people are watching my stuff and tuning in on a regular basis, and it means a lot, and I don't want to let you down, and I don't want to waste your time. So when I come back, it will be a show that is regular, scheduled, and hopefully up to standard every week. That's the goal, and then we can go from there. And if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, as long as the episodes were fun, who cares? But I want to say the support has been crazy. You know, I ran into a couple people out here in Italy, which is crazy. The support is mental, and stuff like that reminds me that I have a job to do, and I want to be able to entertain people as much as possible, and that I'm forever grateful to have an audience that, you know, is so nice wherever I go. I ran into a guy in the airport who was talking to me about Alice's new kitten, Bear, and that's crazy, you know. I know if you're watching the podcast, you're a diehard fan. You're somebody who really watches all of the stuff, and that's why you're the most valuable people to me, and I want to make sure that you get something you deserve. So I hope that this update kind of fills that in for you, and you understand kind of why it's been weird, why there haven't been regular episodes. It's basically just been a personal issue of mine that I'm trying to get over, and hopefully I can do. And hopefully we never quit this podcast. The Internet Sensation podcast never dies. Whether it's an exclusive somewhere, whether it's, you know, takes a 2-month break, there will always be an episode coming. That is the rule. So keep an eye out, and I will see you guys with the next episode soon. Much love. Thank you for being so understanding, and thank you for all your kind words and support over the last year. And I will see you guys when I see you, which is in the next episode. Bye.